Aloha from Kilipohe, kay Kanilohua. We're starting out on the road today because Teddy here, he is the beacon for the delivery truck. Anytime I want to have a delivery, or anytime I'm getting delivery and I'm afraid the guys are going to have a hard time finding it, I just park Teddy on the street and I say look for the black van and they can find right away. Few updates here. These are, I don't know, man. This is starting to look like a hermaphrodite, but I don't know. We didn't get any fruit out of any of that other stuff, any of the other flowers on this tree. So I'm pretty sure it's male. I haven't cut it down yet, but you can see we definitely have quite a few papayas on that other tree. That is definitely hermaphrodite. Other planting news. Haoli has put pohinahina. It transplanted pohinahina in different places. Those are stuck in a potato in the ground, so I guess that's supposed to provide them with moisture. Not sure she put any trees out here. Let's go look. Over here we have a fig tree planted, and this is the kukui nut, which is almost died when we planted it, but the fig tree really seems to be liking this spot because it's got a lot of growth, new growth on it. We'll go in through the back. The delivery was for the drywall. So this is a 5/8 inch drywall for the roof, or the ceiling rather. And then underneath the tarp is the 1/2 inch drywall and the 1/2 inch for the bathrooms. It's mold resistant for the moistness of the bathrooms. And we also have all the taping compound and everything. Taping compound, joint compound, no coat for the that's a flexible corner for the vaulted ceilings, and some paper to put on the floor. But here's the house now. You probably can't tell from the audio, but you walk into this place now, and even though I'm speaking loudly, it's so quiet. The only sounds you hear come from directly from the source or through the windows. So we have the whole ceilings insulated with R19, and the walls are all insulated with R13. This wall it has R13 in it, but we're also going to put 3 sheets of soundproof insulation on this wall, which that'll go 3 sheets. Should cover the whole wall, and that'll keep kitchen noises from making it into the that, and the insulation should keep kitchen noises from making it into the master bedroom. We had a little bit extra insulation, so I did this wall, blah blah blah, and did a little bit in this corner for Haoli, so maybe she'll have a little bit quieter spot. This is where her office is going to be. But the drywall hanger comes tomorrow, and I'm hoping this setup is going to be okay with him. If not, we'll he and I will move all of this stuff. This is, like I said, for the ceiling, so if he wants to do the walls first, we'll put the pile of ceiling material here in the middle of the room, and then we can move it as he requires. What else is going on in the back here? Just trying to keep it under 12 minutes so I don't have to edit the video, just post it directly. I'm finally getting a tomato. So excited every time we see a new little tomato. They're not in great shape, but getting lots of cucumber flowers, and this actually looks a lot more healthy than the last one. So I'm just gonna let that go. Let's see what happens with it. Got 3 loads of mulch in this last run, and probably 1.5 of them is here on this hillside to try to cover up all of the rocks. And the idea being that we will be able to eventually mow this hillside. I threw some grass seed on this side. It's still pretty rough, but better than walking on rocks. Walking on rocks is for the birds. Banana plant number 1. Looks like it's growing. I don't see any actual new leaves now. These look like the ones that were just kind of cut off. Yeah, there's a new leaf down on the inside there. Dwarf Tahitian lime over here. It's all planted. We'll probably eventually fill in all the rest of this with mulch as it comes in, but we have other plans for the mulch first. Banana plant number 2 is here. It seems to be growing okay, although, yeah, it's hard to say. And banana plant number 3, this is probably the wettest spot. So that spot there kind of gets some runoff from the hill. This spot here is next to this area, which is basically a lake. When it rains really hard, this fills up. There's a big puddle that forms here, and of course anywhere there isn't rock. I've been taking rocks out of the ditch as I dig them. You can see some of the standing water here, and putting them down here. So the idea is to kind of fill this in so it doesn't stay flooded. I don't want places where the mosquitoes can breed, but eventually, this is another spot where there's a lot of water. And banana plant number 3, not doing so good. Its little bit of green seems to be getting smaller. So it was kind of smashed, or it felt kind of smashed when I put it in here, but we'll see. This area underneath it, it gets a lot of water here from all of this, so maybe this is too wet for it or something, but I don't know. There's a couple of trees I'm missing, I think. Oh yeah, the mountain apple and the clementine. Walk back up here and show you. I actually ran the mower over this area the other day, and it wasn't too bad. Rhonda, our Honda mower, is really good at going over heavy duty stuff, and as we get more mulch like this, we'll throw it around over here and on top of this, and eventually we should have reasonable land here. Yeah, so this is a clementine tree that's planted. Looking pretty good. Don't look too bad off. There's actually good soil in underneath it, underneath the rocks, the first layer of rocks, so we're very happy with that. And then finally the mountain apple tree here in the Ohia Grove. And that's it for the trees. Kind of looks like something's been chewing on them. I have no experience whatsoever with mountain apple, but that's our $100 worth of trees or so. Oh, I put the vanilla over here, and there's a guy up in Mountain View on YouTube that does good stuff with vanilla, or has videos on how to propagate vanilla. So we're gonna follow that. The plan is to take these ohia logs that were cut down and stick them in the mulch here and kind of build a ohia trellis for the vanilla to propagate on, move around on. I guess it'll get flowers in April, March or April, and there are no pollinators in Hawaii for vanilla, so we'll have to hand pollinate it like I did with the cucumber, but I'm not going to do it anymore, like I said. Okay, well, that's it for the update. Drywall begins tomorrow. Still got a lot of stuff to do. Haven't had any comments on the paint. I guess people don't like the yellow. We're leaning towards this one right here, and I got to get busy on all of that. Maybe someday the sun will come out and I'll be able to start painting. I'm not looking forward to painting if you haven't figured that out. Okie dokie then. That's it from Kilipohe. Aloha.